vision and creativity from Emil Andre tonight. Is that what you saw from this game against Florida?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough situation for him to come in first, game, when the Myers come up. I thought he did a really nice job. Give the kid a lot of credit.
How encouraged are you by Sean Couturier tonight? And obviously, I'm sure you're aware of his history with the back injuries and whatnot. How does he look to you in terms of just where he's at physically?
Yeah, I think he's skated well in camp. He's whether he wants to prove anybody wrong. I mean, the guy's a good hockey player, right? Plays a 200-foot game, and he cares. And he's a good human being. So, you root for guys like that, and he had a great game for us.
You said he feels better than even before the back injuries. And do you see the same kind of player? You used to coach against him. Do you see the same kind of player that maybe was there back then?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, they're hard to find two-way hockey players like that. I think he trained hard this year. He came into camp in really good condition. And when your captain comes in good condition, it helps the coach out, So it was nice of him to come in real good shape for us.
The way this game played out, you guys have a really good first two periods, give up that goal at the end of the second, then they're control and play most of the third. How did the guys find a way to kind of halt that and get momentum back on their side? Yeah,
it's a great question because the game's all small moments, and you look for the big moments, right? Obviously, we didn't like that goal, the shorthanded goal. You just can't, those things can't happen. But I just saw a lot of digging. I didn't see a lot of guys' heads dropping. They tied 2-2. I mean, these guys, 3 years now. I mean, they play. This team plays hard after 9 months. I give a lot of credit for Paul Maurice and that team. They're a hard team to play against. So to hang in there against that team. Can we build confidence? Can we build an identity? A little bit of a swagger. So hopefully we can. This can help us catapult to the next level. So we'll see.
Rick, in terms of the level of pressure you guys brought, the pace you played right from the outside in the first period, were you happy with that?
I was happy with the game plan first period. We executed what we wanted to do. And then we got off kilter in the second. Obviously 5 penalty. I think is it 5 again tonight? I mean, it's 5 every game. We got to figure something out. I'm not going to judge the calls, but, we can't give up 15 penalties in 3 games. And, I got to credit the penalty kill, the goal of Vladdy, Erson the other night. We're getting good goaltending. And listen, it looked bad, I know, when they had the puck outside, but I know everybody was freaking out. But actually, I don't mind that because I saw some guys hold. That we weren't running, we weren't diving all over the place, we weren't leaving our feet. I thought we held the front of that half decent, and when we didn't, obviously Vladdy made some saves. So that's where you got to have that resolve when things aren't going our way, is to hold. You can't get out of structure. I thought we did a really nice job. It's a good learning lesson for us.
On the game-winning goal, the pass that Trevor Zegras makes, obviously it's a high skill play, but it's also a hard play given that he's battling through checks. Is that kind of the balance you want to see in his game, where the skill with the physicality fight?
Well, it's a big moment, right? I think did he get crushed too? I think he got hit too. That's what I like. You're going to get hit, and you're willing to take a hit to make a play. It's a high-level play, and obviously Coots bearing it. So it's actually him hanging in there, knowing he's going to get a hit and still making that play. So yeah, that's a big moment play.
Respond the way you guys did. To respond the way you did when they tied it up, how nice is it to see that kind of response late in the game for a team trying to get themselves back on track?
Yeah, you could go either way, right? You could crush your team, and you feel sorry for yourself, but then you're looking to break momentum. I think what happened, I forget what line went out there, and they gained momentum again. I think our fourth line went out there, did a nice job, and then you can get back in the game. I didn't see us sink, so that helped.
How's this for you personally? You thought you had it the other night in Carolina. You were kind of smiling as you walked out of the back of the bench, but to get it tonight here in the home opener has to be a little bit personally pleasing. Yeah,
it's, honestly, it's great. Love the first win type of thing, but I'm just happy the guys, the way they've been working and working on the concepts. Yeah, there's going to be some growing pains, but I'm glad that the way they hung in there. Now we got to enjoy it tonight, but then tomorrow back at it again. That's we can't be like this. It's got to be an even keel thing. So, but it is nice. We should enjoy it tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Thanks.